God, you want to hit a dude?
I'll do one bottle.
People say this is funny.
Not Gary Gareth. Dave, okay.
Someone or something is tickling people.
Is it for fun?
And this is not going to become the Tickling Podcast.
Okay.
You are Queen Fakey of Made Up Town.
All hail Queen Shit of Liesville. A bunch of religious virgins go to mingle
And do what?
pray.
Hi, Gary.
No.
Nicely done, my friend.
Right.
That's very convenient.
Right in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
We are having a conversation.
Hey, welcome to Conversations.
This is a weekly conversation that Gary Reynolds and I have.
Gareth?
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well, why don't you do something?
What?
Why don't you listen to the intro music this week, and then you try to figure out what your goddamn name is.
My name is Gareth.
Okay, well, listen to the intro.
It doesn't matter what that you've done to the intro to make my name seem like it's not Gareth. It's Gareth.
It just played.
And I don't know why you have this conquest to just end my name.
It's just the rage of an English person when they're
There's
given
no
when
rage.
they're given a nickname. The people, the Welsh, the English, when you're given a nickname.
And the Irish are so different. Ireland's so far away from all that.
Happy people.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Happy people.
Always been recognized as the happiest.
Potato famine. So Gary, there is. We're going to go back to the 70s to start this one.
All right. Like it.
Roland Stewart.
Roland Stewart?
Roland Stewart.
Okay.
Rollen Stewart.
Okay.
Was born and raised in Spokane, Washington. Nice
Okay.
little area.
Yeah, sure.
He did not have a great beginning. His parents were alcoholics.
Okay.
His father died when he was 7. His mother was killed in a house fire when he was 15.
Oh.
And then that same year, his sister was strangled by her boyfriend.
Oh, my God.
So right out of the chute,
Yeah.
you can guess that Roland's going to have some issues.
I would hope he'd roll in with the punches. I'll see you later.
Good night. End of podcast.
Yeah.
He turned out to be very shy.
Okay.
He got into drag racing in high school.
Okay.
Married his first love.
Okay.
Always a good thing to do.
Yeah. No, that always works out well.
Opened up a speed shop.
A speed... Oh, just like a...
Yeah, like cars. I don't
He
think
wasn't like, hey, everyone, come and get your speed. Amphetamine for sale.
We got cross tops. We got them all.
And you're under arrest? For what?
It's a speed shop.
I'm legally selling speed.
If you open a shop,
I've been very upfront about my speed business.
they had a daughter, and his wife soon left him.
Okay. Good.
He was crushed. He sold the shop and moved to a mountain ranch where he became a marijuana farmer.
So far, I like rolling.
All natural transitions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he tried to grow the world's longest mustache.
That's an O for you?
Yeah.
That's a lead story for me.
Well, so right there you get a taste of something's off. Like if you move somewhere and you go, I want to grow the world's biggest mustache, that means you're looking for some sort of validation and you want people to go, look at your mustache.
This? I don't know how to talk about it.
Oh, the thing that's behind me in the truck? Yeah.
Oh, the thing those two guys are carrying for $6 an hour? Yeah, that's just my mustache. Yeah, the back of the jacket says world's biggest. Look, I don't want to talk about it.
It's just a thing that I have.
I'm a regular person.
I can't cut it or I lose my powers.
I put my pants on just like you. One leg at a time while biting the hair on my face to make it not go down the legs.
Okay, so he ended up watching a lot of TV, which I bet 50% of pot farmers.
Oh, 50%?
I bet 50% of pot farmers both watch a lot of TV and try to grow the world's biggest mustache.
Me too!
But he didn't find this life satisfying.
Well.
So he moved to Hollywood to become an actor.
I'll tell you what I love about LA
Yeah.
is the people who make that decision always seem to come out on top.
Well, it's not a place to come if you fall in love with acting and want to pursue it as a craft.
Yeah.
It's a place to come when your mustache dreams have ended.
Yes, I think. Man, I can't hack into the mustache biz. Maybe I'll act.
Okay, so Acting didn't work out.
Dave, another shocking footnote.
I know. It's really, this whole story, it's like he's making such good decisions.
Yeah.
So he needed attention. So in the late 70s, he started going to sporting events dressed in a rainbow wig.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
He got some attention. Because the cameras would find that there's the guy with the rainbow wig.
There he
is again. He would do dances, whenever the camera would be on him.
Sure.
Crazy.
Yeah. Dance cam.
So then he got... So he... This is what he was looking for when he grew the mustache. He wanted...
This filled the hole the mustache
This was filling his mustache hole.
His mouth.
So he started going more and more events.
Oh, boy.
He would look for he would scout out before the game the best place to go where he would be on camera.
Okay.
And then that's where he'd, get his tickets. He would start showing up behind the hoops at basketball games. So whenever they're shooting the basket through the glass backboard, you would see him just standing there.
Sure.
He'd go behind the goalpost. So when they kick the ball, there's the guy with the rainbow head.
Yeah.
Anywhere the camera pointed, that's where he was. His first really big event was the 1977 NBA Finals. And everyone quickly came to know him after that, and he got the nickname Rainbow Man. So he's now living the dream.
Let's pump the brakes. Not so fast, Anthony.
He's living the dream. A man made a goal. First, that goal was to grow a mustache, the longest. Then the man made another goal to be an actor. And then the man made another goal to be known for wearing a rainbow wig.
You're forgetting about the speed business as well.
So he also started with the speed shop.
Yeah.
Then he had a few dreams.
But
he finally fell upon
the right one.
The right one. I mean, he literally found the one thing that would take almost nothing to accomplish.
Right. Yeah.
Except buying a $2 wig.
And a legend was born. Rainbow Man. I'm Rainbow Man.
So, directors of sporting events started hating him, and the broadcasters.
Wait. Goddamn Rainbow Man!
Because he would always be in these fucking shots, and it just started to drive them fucking crazy. And cameramen would get fired for putting him in the shots, and directors were getting fired by the broadcasters. So the word was out. Do whatever you can to avoid putting him on camera.
Do whatever you can to avoid Rainbow Man.
Whatever. So, and he would pop up everywhere. So he'd always pop up in the crowd at the appropriate moment, waving his arms and doing thumbs up gestures and like, "Hey, Rainbow Head's here!" And then I'll be like, "Oh fuck,
Jesus Christ!"
Grinning like an idiot. So it went on for 3 years.
Oh God!
Just this cat and dog game, and everyone knew who Rainbow Head was at this point. Everybody knew. Anybody who watched sports was like, there's the rainbow guy doing the rainbow dance. But it never in your head, like, because I was a kid, never did it go like, in my head it went, why is he everywhere?
Well, you grew up in it.
Yeah.
So you were like, Rainbow Men are in sports. That's the thing in sports. It'd be weird if he wasn't there.
It's true. I guess in my head I probably thought it was different guys, not realizing that this was a guy who just went all around the country to sporting events.
Well, how does he? So he's just like driving in
his
fucking van?
Yeah, basically. We'll get to that.
Oh boy.
He also would wear shorts. It says later fur shorts. He was wearing fur shorts.
Fur shorts is really bad.
Keep it hot.
That's really tough.
Keep everything else cool, but keep the center part.
Hey guys, look, it's pube shorts.
Yeah, pube shorts.
Yeah. Hey everyone.
He'd do a little dance. It was more like a fucking crazy gyration thing. It was just that. It was like a bad deadhead dance.
You can't plan the moves that are going to come out of Rainbow Head.
No, you can't. It's natural.
Yeah.
It flows.
Yeah. There's no need to choreograph it.
It flows forth from the rainbow.
Exactly.
He had the money to attend all the events because he sold his ranch.
Okay.
And he also had a little bit of inheritance money from his parents all dying horribly.
And I bet this is exactly how they wanted him to use that.
Well, this is what they said. They said, we want you to get into rainbows.
You know, son, someday your mother's going to burn and I'm going to be gone. When that time comes, I want you to take all the money we give you and lose your shit completely.
So, He was a businessman with a business plan.
Oh, I think that's right on the money.
I think that nails it. The idea, for in his head, what he was doing was he was creating a shtick. So then media, he would be a media pitchman. Like companies, like Coke would be like, holy shit, look at that idiot dancing like a fucking lunatic behind the goal. We should hire him as a pitchman.
Let's get a piece of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get on that crazy train.
This makes sense. It's what we're calling the advertising Hail Mary.
Well, he is essentially early Kardashian. Like, now he would probably be a
this
thing.
level I'm okay with. This I'm okay with.
You're
Kardashian...
Okay. Yeah, I got you. This is actually going to take a turn you might not be okay with.
Well, damn. You just say I'm salivating. I can't imagine. What does this man have up his sleeve?
Yeah, it gets a little,
I don't.
Okay.
All right.
So, he actually got a Budweiser commercial, which isn't surprising. Budweiser and sports, right? They always did that, so he probably was in one of those things. So
at the end, they probably just had him dancing real quick or something. It wasn't like he was like, "Hi, I'm Rainbow Man."
Right.
You know, here at Anheuser-Busch, we're always dedicated to making the best, tastiest, most refreshing beer. That's why these hops right here come straight from the earth to your mouth. You know.
And then he just dances.
And then he just throws up glitter.
He was paid to attend parties in his wig.
Oh, wow.
So I guess that Hollywood people were like, let's get fucking Rainbow Man, right? Because he's an oddity, and you'd be like, there he is, and he'd come in his fur shorts.
A lot of Coke at that party, probably.
Yeah.
Let's get Rainbow Man.
Yeah, a lot of Coke. So he was living a party man life. In those years, he said he was in the dark abyss of sexual promiscuity and wanton drug abuse.
Jesus.
He later
That's
said,
not the Rainbow Man I signed up for.
Well, but he's now a thing. So if you're a thing, you get to go and party with everybody.
You get to fuck Andy Warhol.
So he's probably at the Playboy Mansion. Oh, there's fucking Rainbow. He's like that guy now. He said, I was going to sail around the world on my waterbed. I mean, it's a...
So when he said that...
I don't think he's being literal.
Okay.
I don't think he's actually thinking he can sail around the world on his waterbed. I think he's thinking he could fuck everybody.
Right. Also,
he's bragging that he had a waterbed.
Hey, listen, at that time, that was a brag.
Everybody had a waterbed.
It might be time to get waterbeds again.
The worst about it. Hey, do you want to fuck up your back? I do.
Hey, you want something you can wake up in soaking? Here you go. Are you sick of sleeping without the potential for drowning?
Everything changed the day he attended the Super Bowl in 1980. What?
Oh, man.
What?
Rainbow
Man.
I can't wait.
Later recalled, I had gone in my fur loincloth and wig. I mean, right there.
It's a good start to any statement.
It's a great start to a story. Anybody who says that, you're like, I'm in. I would like to hear the rest of your story.
It's very reminiscent of the State of the Union.
The girls loved it. Everywhere I walked, they would pat me on the butt. I could have held 1,000 women in my arms that day. And yet I walked out of there sad. It was shallowness. I was being seen all over the world, but never as myself.
Yeah. That's what fucking happens when you put a rainbow wig on and wear fur shorts. You're not a man.
But the thing is, don't wear the fur shorts and the rainbow wig, and then people see you as who you are.
You were who you were.
If you wanted to be who you were, then you would just sit in the crowd and watch the fucking game.
You tried to be the guy who had the mustache.
Right.
That didn't work.
But that wasn't him, was it?
No, not him. That guy. Nobody gave a fuck about that guy.
Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about Speed Shop guy.
No.
Why don't you keep your fucking marriage together and be known as like the Little League coach?
Yeah. People know you.
So that night, after he returned to his hotel room, he turned on a television show called Today in Bible Prophecy.
Oh, fuck me.
What?
You bastard. Oh, no.
What?
This is not what I expected.
It was about the impending apocalypse.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Right? I believe in Revelations there is a hint of Rainbow Man, right?
And let's face it, if you've tried to grow the world's longest mustache...
Yeah.
And then you try to be an actor, and now you're a guy in a rainbow wig dancing around, you are susceptible...
You can be swayed.
...to the Lord Jesus Christ. So he says, I fell to my knees there in that room and allowed Jesus to take control of my life. So he was literally born again in front of a television in a shitty hotel room. I assume with the wig and the loincloth. Or did he come in and take the loin?
That's
like the way you would take off your, would you take the way you like take off a suit when you get home from work? Would he like take his wig and throw it on the bed?
No, I would do it when I was having my born again moment and I dropped to my knees. That's when I would take it off. Dramatically, like looking up, I'd be like, I'm just me now.
Tears running down.
Yeah, whatever you want, Rainbow Man or just me, Lord.
Only Jesus can see me beneath the wig.
Tell me what to grow. Sweet Lord.
So now he considered himself to be a self-ordained minister.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
That's a very...
No, that's it. He's in. I mean, look, this shit doesn't take long.
Well, I was at the Holiday Inn and I'm a minister. So, how's that? Right? That's how this works?
I stayed at Holiday Inn last night.
Hey, I watched a TV show at a hotel yesterday, so now I'm a priest. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Call me Father, please. Father Rainbow.
To convince the world through the Rainbow Man character to accept Christ as its Savior was his one mission.
It's a pretty crazy mission.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's pretty...
I don't know. Now that we've led here naturally, I know the progression, but I think if you take that out of context and just say that a Rainbow Man is going to be spreading the word of the Lord, it sounds weird.
That sounds okay.
It sounds weird.
A Rainbow Man is
right there. Already, it's weird.
Well, you haven't met a Rainbow Man, obviously.
No, I haven't.
So he hit the road. He suddenly started showing up to events wearing Jesus Saves and Repent t-shirts and carrying signs.
So now he's just gone ape shit. Now he's the person who's out of his tits.
But now he has a focus.
Yeah, I don't know.
He has so not gone out of his tits.
You hear Rainbow Man's born again?
He hasn't.
He's a born again rainbow.
You have no idea how far he's going to go, quote, out of his tits.
Oh, no. Not sweet Rainbow Man.
He was eating one meal a day, smoking massive amounts of marijuana, and blitzkrieging the country for the Lord. He was hitting up 12 sporting events a week.
Oh, my fucking God. What a fucking... That's not a life. This isn't a life.
Bullshit, that's a fucking... It's a life.
That is not a life.
Well, okay, because you've never tried to spread the word of the Lord.
I've never gone...
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
He's basically hitting 2 events a day.
Well, he's committed. But my question is, why not get a hot dog at those events?
Yeah, I mean, something.
Why not popcorn or anything? They got all kinds of
weed he's smoking. You think
Jesus.
No appetite. All I was doing was smoking weed, so obviously I had no appetite.
What?
Yeah, and I was salivating.
After a while, he realized the stuff he was writing on the signs was not hitting the mark because everyone in the world hadn't become a Christian, right? So he figured by now, with all the stuff he was doing, everyone would see... Because he thinks that people are going to see him on TV and go, oh, Jesus, I'm in.
They're going to drop to their knees like he did.
Because he's so fucking stupid that's how easy it was for him to be converted.
Right, yeah. He just turned on the TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he switched...
And that's not working. Just to be clear, that's not working?
That's not working.
Okay, all right.
And I think this is where you may have a little connection.
Excuse me?
He switched to signs with scriptural references, the main one being John 3:16. Now, have you seen this at games?
Yeah.
Do you remember this? A guy holding a 3:16 sign?
Well, I know that I know people hold 3:16 signs.
People still do it today. Yes. He started it.
Okay. I don't know what is the...
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Go Raiders! Wait. See, that's my problem with the... I mean, not that I have a problem with the Bible.
Yeah.
But what is that... You have read it to me. I don't know what it means. His son died.
No, I don't know. It means that he gave his son, and then we killed him, and then whoever believes in this son gets to have everlasting life.
Yeah.
Have you seen the show Leftovers?
No.
That's a good call. So, so if you're watching sports during the 80s, there's no way you didn't see him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So then I must have seen him, yeah.
He'd be behind the goalpost or the hoop or the plate. The best ones were behind the plate during a fucking baseball game. He's just sitting there in those seats. The guy you always see for 3.5 hours, just fucking sitting there. World Series, just there he is. People going, oh God, how do we get him off camera?
Jesus
you can't.
Christ. Yeah.
And his whole idea is you see the sign, John 3:16, and you'll go look it up, and then you'll be like, holy fuck, the Bible is awesome.
I gotta get a wig.
Which I did. I went.
Really?
Yeah, because you saw the sign so much that you went and read
You
it.
didn't know the Bible was awesome.
Well, I went to the Bible and I opened it up because my grandmother had one.
Right.
And I crack it open. I'm like, oh, that's what that means. And I threw the Bible away like you're supposed to.
No, I don't think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you carve out a place for a weapon to keep inside.
Right, that I know. That's definitely most of the Bible's about.
There's some good stuff about fingering in there. There's some good stuff in the Bible.
Yeah, no, there's great. The fingering stuff is great. Finger 9:15. That's a great proverb.
Fingering 9:15.
That's a great proverb.
The best.
That's really good.
She shalt quiver. In 1984, Rainbow Man met Margaret Hawkridge, a born-again grade school teacher. They met in a church in Virginia, because obviously he goes to church wherever he is.
Yep. Probably in the wig.
Margaret found herself in awe of him. Like, how could you not? If you meet a dude and he's like, you know what I do? I go to games, and I wear a wig and a loincloth, and I hold up signs.
Swoon. Oh, wow. He's got it all. Religious issues, a wig. This is my boyfriend, Rainbow Man. He tried to grow the world's biggest mustache. Hi, how are you? I'm out of my mind.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm fucking crazy.
Hey, how you doing? I had a piece of toast earlier. That'll be it.
I'm going to do a bathtub bong now. The two bought a Toyota van and hit the road for the Lord. 10 months later, they were married in St. Louis. The bride dressed in mauve. Mm-hmm. And Rainbow Man wore a Jesus is Coming t-shirt.
Oh, God.
Like a groom does.
That's a pretty amazing look.
I'd pay anything to see wedding photos.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, anything.
Like the photographer was like, honestly, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess hold her tighter. I don't know.
Do you really want pictures of this?
Yeah. All right, perfect. Can we do a couple without the wig? No.
What about the shirt? Like, I get that you wear that for your business.
I get that you're a suave businessman. I mean, clearly you know what you're doing. You're wearing a Jesus is Coming t-shirt.
Okay, so
He
now...
should just be wearing red flags. That's what his outfit should be.
There could not be a crazier man.
Just stitch together red flags.
Okay, so now they're just traveling around the country doing this. He's getting some money from commercial residuals, a little bit of the commercials.
Yeah. Okay.
And he got money left over from selling his ranch. He's still got that. But he lives in his car with his wife because they don't have a lot, and they're saving it up because they are spreading the word.
It's hard to have a home when you go to 12 sporting events a week.
It really is.
Yeah.
She is also flashing Bible signs.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Sort of yokeling her way into the project.
They're a team now.
Yeah, finally.
They start getting donations from other Christians because they're spreading the word. So now they're going around, they'll go to church, and they'll be like, this man is the one you see on the television spreading the word of Jesus, and they need some donate. And then everyone would kick in and be like, good luck.
They pass the wig around.
We're going to pass the wig around. You just throw your money in there.
If you don't have any money to throw in the wig, that's okay. But if you could spare some, that'd really help the cause.
So, they get donations. It's all happening, right? This is fucking happening.
Dave, it's all happening.
It's all happening now. The guy's living the life. He's driving 50,000 miles a year and now going to over 100 events a year. 100 events a year, which has got to be costly because he's got to get the good seats.
It's a nightmare.
It's living the life.
It's a nightmare.
So now you want to know where he's going?
To heaven?
Golf tournaments
Okay.
There's some great pictures of golfers swinging and him just standing there with a wig and a sign right behind them in the middle of the crowd. It looks so fucking insane. You're like, why is there a clown there? Why is there a clown?
What's with Jesus clown?
Everyone else is dressed up in golf clothes.
Yeah.
And there's this crazy clown.
Excuse me, mind if I push up to the front a little bit here?
To the front here,
Excuse
thanks.
me,
Pardon me, Jesus is coming to the front. Jesus coming to the front.
I'm out of my tits. Pardon me, excuse me.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Jesus sent me to the front.
Make a little room for the sign, thanks.
He's appeared in numerous World Series, the Summer and Winter Olympics, arrested in Russia for the Winter Olympics, Republic and Democratic National Conventions, the Indy 500, the Kentucky Derby, the NBA and NCAA basketball finals, the Stanley Cup, the Miss America pageant.
Oh my God.
And the wedding of Di and Princess Charles.
Whoa, what the fuck? Rainbow Man.
That I can't even comprehend. Because if he can't get up there behind them when they're doing then he's just...
It would be great if it was the priest all of a sudden like, we're gathered here. I'm just kidding, it's Rainbow Man.
Hey, Jesus!
Hey, Jesus!
Oh, and he hated sports.
Oh, there's an interesting factoid. What a nightmare.
So the whole time he's like, oh, fuck this. God damn it.
I wish God wasn't making me do this.
I can't even enjoy the fucking game because it's nonsense.
Sports.
He told People magazine, I despise sports. People who go to sporting events are like the Romans who went to watch the lions eat the Christians. It's a little different because people aren't being eaten by animals. Nobody's dying?
Nobody dies.
It's just people...
Huge difference. Right there.
It's just a game?
It's a game. And nobody dies. And there's no animals.
There's no animals at all. Unless you go to an animal show.
Yeah,
like a dog show.
Yeah. Which I'm sure he was at. I'm sure he was at Westminster.
I'm sure he was. But that doesn't end with a dog eating a guy.
No.
They're not like, and now the dog will eat the Jew.
And now the winning dog will eat the owner. As we do every year here. Horribly weird tradition. One will continue now.
Oh my God, it started with the groin.
Oh boy.
This is really something.
She's really eating her now. She's really eating her owner now.
Oh, this reminds me of Roman times. Hey, there's Rainbow Man.
Hey, look, Rainbow Man. Come over here and you lose your shit for a minute.
Okay. So he also didn't like television.
But the television is what introduced him to his best friend.
Quote, I realize now television is a tool of Satan. I never watch TV unless it's to figure out my own strategy so that I can appear on it. So he started carrying a Sony Watchman to sporting events to figure out where the network cameras were located and how tight the camera angles were, placing himself in a position that when the camera came on, Rainbow Man was ready to bounce and spread the word of Jesus. So now they were on to him, so he would wait with the wig and the sign that they wouldn't see and then watch on camera and then pop it on at the right time. And then they're like, fuck!
God damn it, that was Rainbow Man! Yes, I have 2 tickets for Roland. Well, here you are, sir.
You can. There's video of him. He's like looking and shaking. Then you see him look down at his television and then look back up and like he is strategizing.
I mean, that is pretty smart, though.
Yeah,
for a lunatic.
No, for a lunatic,
bring a little TV.
Yeah.
I mean, he's dedicated.
He's also a stickler for details.
Is that right?
At the 1986 World Series, which is a great World Series, Stewart lost his shit and tried to choke his wife when she stood in the wrong spot with her John 3:16 place card.
So
just as Jesus would have done.
Yeah, right?
That's what Jesus...
Of course.
That's what Jesus did. If you back in the day, if like, say, Matthew came out and stood with his sign in the wrong place, Jesus would fucking hit him in the kidneys, and give him a couple fucking solar plexus and then just choke him until he dropped in the dirt, and then he'd look at the other disciples and he'd go, where do you stand with your signs?
Yeah.
And they would all get in place.
Morons. The fuck do you stand with your fucking signs? We're sorry, Lord.
Listen, you fucking cunts.
Sorry. Well, it's just one sin to prevent 1,000 sins.
Right.
So it's just, he had to choke her.
He had to choke her.
Because he had to tell everybody the proverb.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Ye shall choke your wife if she stands in the sign place you wrong. So...
And the Lord said...
And the Lord said, choke her.
Lord said, choke the bitch. She ruined the whole evening.
So he's almost impossible to avoid for the TV cameras. They just can't do it. An NBC executive said he's a pest. We try to take him out of a shot whenever we can. Rainbow Man starts to get now starts to get tossed out of stadiums. Now they've got like pictures of him. Like, so the security guards are all waiting with him with signs.
But what is he doing wrong? I mean, he's really nothing illegal.
Well, that's just it.
He's a shithead.
There is no valid, because you would have to say, okay, no signs in stadiums, which they're not going to do, because people like to come in and hold up their Redskin signs because they're racist.
Yes.
And so he has a point, and he got into a lawsuit. I couldn't figure out what happened to the lawsuit, but he did sue RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C.
How great would it be to be a fly on the wall with the lawyer and Rainbow Man?
Best trial ever. Best trial ever.
All right, Rainbow Man, your turn.
John 3:16! Okay, we were just...
We rest. We rest, Your Honor. I think my client said everything he needed to say by holding that sign.
Rainbow Man was not daunted. He kept at it. He had a dream. The dream that was that someday he would control like Sign Flasher Central and like conduct people all over the country to hold up signs at sporting events.
The dream that everyone has. The American dream. To be able to run the sign-holding headquarters of America.
Right.
And
I mean, I had that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Other people join in. So now he's gathering a group of followers who go around to different sporting events and hold up the signs.
Oh, good.
And they're everywhere. So now it's like a franchise of crazy, right?
It's
now
Rainbow Men.
It's Rainbow Men.
Yeah. Hallelujah, it's a Rainbow Man.
At this point, he and his followers have been on thousands of television events. SNL does a sketch about him starring Christopher Walken. The Simpsons draw him into an episode. He's characterized on St. Elsewhere and The Tonight Show. Charles Schultz draws him into a Peanuts cartoon.
Oh, Jesus.
He's fucking huge.
Yeah. So now it doesn't matter if he's making money or making a difference. Even if he's famous for being a pariah, he's like, it's working! They love me!
But I remember, like, we all thought it was, like, harmless and stupid. Like, we were like, oh, there's the guy with the rainbow, and he holds up the...
Hey, it's shithead!
He's the crazy religious guy, but he seemed like just a guy who was holding up a sign.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out there's a little bit of darkness. Things are not right with Rainbow Man. His wife said his moods were constantly up and down.
Just like a rainbow.
In 1990, Margaret had enough, and she filed for divorce.
I can't believe it. She doesn't want to be Mrs. Rainbow Man anymore?
I mean, at some point, you go, wait, I was a teacher.
Hey, I had a life once.
And now I'm living in a shitty car, just going to sporting events.
Now I piss in cups in a van and go to watch teams that I don't care about.
Not so good.
I'm going to call my mom real quick, Rainbow Man.
He was like, call me Rainbow Man when I fuck you.
yeah. Look at Rainbow Man when he fucks you. Say nobody gives it to you like Rainbow Man.
Look at the wig, look at the wig, look at the wig, look at the wig.
Run your fingers through the wig. I'm just gonna fuck the wig, fuck it, oh yeah.
He ends every session by coming on the wig. Oh.
And why do you cite irreconcilable differences? Well, he was just always fucking the wig.
While staring me in the eyes.
While shouting at me.
Look me in the eyes! His car was totaled by a drunk driver. His money ran out, and he wound up homeless in L.A.
Finally.
So
took a while.
He's hit the stardom.
Yep.
But the stardom was all based on donations and residuals that dried up and his money, so that's all gone.
Yep.
So now he can't fund his lifestyle, which, let's face it, is a lavish,
it's extravagant,
stupid lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, it's very costly to be this big of a moron.
He became increasingly convinced that the end was near and decided to create a radically different media character.
I mean, can we just savor this moment for a second?
Well, it's like in Batman when Two-Face gets burned.
Okay. Oh,
right?
Okay.
Do you know?
Yeah.
So that's this moment. Now Two-Face just got burned.
This is where a normal man changes, and I don't even mean to call him normal. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's hit me with it.
He set off 4 stink bomb attacks in Orange County, California.
I mean, this is already great.
At the Crystal Cathedral in Garden Grove, at a Christian bookstore also in Garden Grove, at the Trinity Broadcasting Studios, and at the offices of the Orange County Register newspaper. So in May of 91, an arrest warrant was issued for Rainbow Man. I mean, I can only assume. I hope he did it in the wig. I mean, come on.
So wait.
So now he's setting off stink bombs.
So he's just setting off stink bombs?
Well, he's changed characters.
I'm evil now. He's got like a grayish rainbow wig.
He starts wearing just a black one.
Yeah.
Like a slash hair.
Okay. And then the cops have to be, because they have to call him Rainbow Man. I guess. So the cops are seriously going like, we gotta track down Rainbow Man. Sir, this better be about Rainbow Man. It is. We got a lead on him. Son of a bitch. He's moving.
Is Batman getting involved?
Yeah.
At the 91 Masters golf tournament, Rainbow Man was detained by authorities after he allegedly set off a remote-controlled air horn, a loud buzzer, and several colorful smoke bombs.
Okay.
He created a rainbow of smoke. And then went,
and then was like, I have nothing to do with that rainbow smoke thing. What do you mean? So now his thing is now, for whatever reason, now he disrupts the sports.
Right, well, he's changed tactics because it wasn't working.
Yeah. Okay, but it's still for religion? He's still trying to spread word? Or he's
yes,
just like,
how can you not see that?
It takes a lot to think that his other plan was good.
He's like turned into like a one-man annoyance festival.
Yeah. Now he's just the worst. The personality is finally caught up with the wig. He's just a fucking nightmare.
The at that event they did not press charges. The Masters people were
They
like,
let him go?
yeah, well, I think they just didn't want the press.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I would be like, yeah, just get him the fuck out of here. Because if they press charges, then it's a whole thing.
It's like showing a streaker on TV.
Yeah. Rainbow Man was arrested
It's actually a lot like showing a streaker on TV.
Rainbow Man was arrested for disturbing the public at the American Music Awards in LA after he tried to toss skunk sacks into the audience. Now, I assume that that's maybe an actual, like, can you buy actual skunk sacks?
I would think that that's what it is. I bet it's like...
Or did he trap a bunch of skunks...
Not my Rainbow.
And rip their sacks out and then throw them in an audience?
I don't think he did that.
Okay, but he's homeless. Where's he getting the money? I think he trapped skunks and took out their parts.
That procedure has to be a nightmare.
Do you just see him up on the hill with his wig cutting open a skunk? And the skunk's like, what the fuck is happening?
Just gonna take this out of your ass, buddy.
My mom didn't tell me about this predator.
The biggest threat to skunks right now is the Rainbow Man. Okay, guys, keep your eyes out for Rainbow Man, coyotes and Rainbow Man. He's ripping out the stick sacks. But if you do that, you gotta get sprayed a shitload.
Yeah, but he didn't care.
No, he was probably like, yummy shower.
He was like, you smell that? That's the smell of Jesus.
Jesus made you smell funny.
Rainbow Man said he wanted to show the world that God thinks this stinks. So that's why he's setting off.
God is so literal.
Yeah, God really is.
I never knew him to be that way.
Well, God also says this is poopy stuff.
Yeah,
that's also
true.
a big God saying.
Yeah, well, it's like Nanny Nanny Boo Boo 3:14. Says, doesn't matter what you say to me, you stink, because I'm rubber, you're glue.
Proverb 12:42.
12:99.
The book of
chapter.
So, at the same time, he sent out apocalyptic letters that included a hit list of preachers.
Jesus.
Signing the letters, the Antichrist.
Oh my God! Oh, holy shit!
So he's really changed sides.
Holy shit! Oh, yeah. That's what I needed. I needed that. I needed to hear that. That's a full transformation. I mean...
Wouldn't it be great to just see him in a black like slash wig with like he puts like makeup clown tears rolling down his face?
This stinks.
Okay.
The Antichrist.
So then came
the Antichrist.
I
wonder if it was cursive, like a regular signature.
Oh, it had to have been some kind of crazy signature. There's no way he just signed it. The Antichrist.
The Antichrist.
Yeah, he had to have done it in some crazy way. September 22nd, 1992. Rainbow Man believed the rapture was only 6 days away.
I don't like the headspace that's going to put Rainbow Man in.
It's coming to a head.
We have less than a week. It's 12 sporting events away.
If you look at it that way. But he's not going to sporting events anymore, is he? He's taken on a new tack.
Well, he's the Antichrist.
He's essentially a villain.
Yes. He's too, like in a world Two-Face.
In a world without Batman.
Yeah.
So, first he watched TV for 18 hours straight.
That's a good way to spend. And when you know there's 6 days left, I always say catch a good marathon.
Well, he's like, okay, let's do like a Clockwork Orange, and then I'm going to go hit up the world. Like, so he sat there going, "It's horrible. Look at these fucking people."
Jesus,
right? Just geared himself up. And then, posing as a contractor, he picked up 2 day laborers in downtown LA.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Those poor guys are probably like, cool, some work. No.
This is so different from work.
He was probably doing contractor talk, too. Hey, how many of you guys got 5 of those? I'm looking, I got a jib. Maybe we can I get you guys for the day? Done.
And he drove to an airport hotel. Now...
with the day laborers?
And he took them up to a room. Now, I just can only imagine what was going on in their head in the elevator. They're like, doo-doo-doo. They've got to be thinking, what in the fuck is happening?
It's like in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Like, you even if there's maybe death there, you still are like, well, I don't want to be rude.
Right.
Yeah. It's dumb.
You're still thinking, well, I do need $50 today because I have a family. But I don't think
this guy has a yard on the 18th floor of the Radisson.
I mean, what are we going to do? Go in there and build a dresser?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening right now.
He wants us to take care of the room plant? I don't know.
Señor, ¿dónde está? So... He walks into the room, and there's a hotel maid in the room. And in the confusion that follows, Rainbow Man pulls a gun.
Oh, Jesus! No, Rainbow Man! No, not my Rainbow Man!
The 2 day laborers, who you knew had already envisioned this being a possibility.
Oh, this was definitely on the
bolt out the fucking door.
Yeah.
They just are. They're like, fuck this shit. And one of Pedro's like, I told you.
Keep your $20.
So the maid locks herself in the bathroom.
Oh no.
Rainbow Man then decided to light 2 small fires to attract attention to himself. So he lit a couple of fires in the room.
His name should be to attract attention to himself. It's all attention. He's like, I should light some fires. Then people will look. Rainbow Man, please. I'll kill this maid. Then people will listen.
The police were called and SWAT surrounded the hotel. The bomb squad came. Meanwhile, Rainbow Man...
I just can't believe that it's come to this.
I mean, I remember the pictures of him being in a wig looking out the window. Like the clown had gone crazy. And there were like pictures of him looking out the window in the fucking wig.
It was a Budweiser commercial. He's got a maid trapped in a room with a gun and lit fires. I mean,
you can find so many news reports online of like anchors looking at the camera going, and today Rainbow Man took hostages.
In a Rainbow Man update. And more about Rainbow Man at 11.
So he started posting biblical place cards in his hotel window. So like the hotel window is like John 3:16, Matthew 12:4. Like it's just all plastered with all these crazy signs.
He doesn't, and I guess lost on him is the fact that now why would anyone listen to a guy?
What do you mean? But anybody can look up there and go, what does that mean?
Huh.
And then they're in.
Yeah.
And then they're fucking in, right?
Yeah, you're
Eyes
right.
on the prize.
Yeah,
Stay
you're right,
focused.
you're right.
Stay focused on the dream.
I'm sorry, you're right.
One was an apocalyptic verse from the New Testament referring to the passage, the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with the fervor heat. Now, the cops have got to be down below going, okay, so...
Hey,
I don't think we can talk to this guy.
the proverb game just took a turn for the worse. I don't know if you looked that one up.
So he's posting shit from Revelation, so should we just shoot him?
It's Revelation stuff, so should we just drop a bomb and fuck the maid? What do we want to do here?
So, Rainbow Man then threw a smoke bomb at police. Which
Smart.
it's just a
Smart.
like it's just a smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Like I had smoke bombs.
Yeah.
They just smell and they smoke a little bit.
Honestly, like, if you're gonna do that, you know how the cops will be like, shoot him, it's a bomb! Like, you shouldn't be fucking dancing around with this shit.
Charles R. Taylor, the Baptist minister from the show Today in Bible Prophecy.
Oh.
The one who inspired
Yes.
him, who then got to know him over the years,
That's horrible news for him.
came down to try to persuade Rainbow Man to surrender.
In what we'll call the greatest conversation ever. Rainbow Man, can you hear me?
I realize the days are numbered, but this is not the answer. Why am I talking like Bill Cosby?
Can you imagine him getting that call? I mean, he's probably told everything. He's like, I'm sorry, can you just say that one more time just to be clear? Rainbow Man's lit a fire at the hotel, and he has a gun, and you need me to come down there and try to help? Okay, all right, let me just kiss my wife goodbye.
Rainbow Man's demands were simple. He wanted a 3-hour press conference on all the broadcasting stations to make his last splash.
So, obviously, that's easy. Next.
Yeah, the networks are like, sure.
3 hours? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You know what we care about? Hotel mates.
Yep.
Yep. That's...
Not a lot of those.
ABC's response, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
At 5:45 p.m., so this has been now going on like 8 or 9 hours.
Sure.
Like it's a long fucking day of Rainbow Man. He's threatened to kill the hostage.
Rainbow Man has threatened to kill the hostage.
Yeah. He says he's going to kill the hostage, and he says he's going to start shooting at jetliners as they pass because they go right over the hotel.
Right.
So they're like, okay, so we just got to
Yeah,
we got to go in there.
It's time.
So SWAT uses flashbang grenades and storms the room.
He was like, smoke bombs, cool, where'd you get them? Ow!
He was subdued and removed. The hostage was locked in the bathroom the whole time. In the room, police found a loaded .45 automatic handgun, 2 full ammunition clips, 47 live rounds of ammunition, various incendiary devices, 3 days of food, Bibles, religious tracts and poetry, and a blue, red, yellow, green, purple, pink afro wig.
So they averted what could have been just a crazy shooting spree.
Yeah, he could have gone bat. If he had gotten the day laborers and they were not locked in the bathroom.
What was his plan with the day laborers? Do we know?
I think he was going to kill them.
Oh my god.
But for Jesus.
Oh, okay.
So a few hours after the incident, the police were driving Rainbow Man away. So they got him, and then it's so funny back in that day. They just threw him in a car with the windows down, and they started to drive away. So all the reporters are like, "Why'd you do it, Rainbow Man?"
I'm out of my mind!
It's out of a fucking movie where they're running up, "Hey, Rainbow Man, why'd you do it?" And he shouted to get the word out for Jesus Christ, and then smiled at them.
I hope he was still wearing the wig.
He wasn't. He's just a bald guy at that point. Rainbow Man explained that he did it because remember the rainbow. It's up in the room.
Yeah, that's right.
He didn't have two.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he's got backup wigs.
I bet at his house he's just got like Tommy laying around.
It's like, honestly, it's like when Batman opens his closet.
Like he's just like, Batsuit.
Yeah. What if he jumps on a pole and slides down to just the rainbow wig room? It's just all fur loincloths and rainbow wigs.
And his butler's a day laborer who wants to go. Is Alfred.
Senor, I go today.
No, Alfred.
Hey, Alfred?
No, not today, Alfred.
Rainbow Man explained that he did it because Armageddon was near and he wanted to alert the media. Taylor, the Baptist minister, said he meant well, but he took the wrong approach.
I mean, that's pretty right on.
I think that's
That's fair.
Fair statement.
Dude, it's got to be amazing if your Rainbow Man is when you're in jail and it's 7 days later and you're like, fuck!
Oh, wait. He went to trial.
Oh, boy.
Rainbow Man was charged with 8 felony counts. 3 of those were for hostage taking. Before the trial, he was offered a plea deal of 12 years. But he refused because he thought he could get the message out during the trial.
Oh, my God.
This is not Bozo the Clown, the LA District Attorney said. He is a very sick and dangerous man. Could you imagine saying that as a officer of the court? Like, standing up and saying, this is not Bozo the Clown.
First thing we got to do...
Bad clown! Very bad clown! Again, do not hire this one for parties.
Now, miss, I see you smiling at him like cutesy. Don't do that.
He's a very bad clown.
He almost murdered a maid.
July 13th, 1993, he was found guilty on all 8 counts and sentenced to life in prison.
12 years might have been a good idea.
He now feels like he should have taken the deal.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
The LA Times discovered Rainbow Man had contemplated killing President Bush and took steps toward assassinating then presidential candidate Bill Clinton. According to District Attorney David Kahn, Rowland purchased the 45 caliber handgun at the same time of Clinton's visit to LA. He went to the Bonaventure where Clinton was staying with plans to shoot him, but did not carry it out because of heavy security. So he got there and he's like, "Oh man, they actually guard.
They're not fucking around.
Well, they guard the. It's almost like some sort of presidential candidate's been shot in a hotel in LA.
They're making it really hard to murder this guy."
Maybe if I just put on my rainbow wig and let me saunter on through.
Excuse me, may I meet the president?
Hello, can I meet the president?
That's fucking crazy.
He's now in Folsom Prison for life. He spends his time writing letters to religious groups and media outlets about the rapture. He is sorry he did it. Rainbow Man is sorry he did it. At the wrong time.
Oh!
He thinks he should have waited.
Right.
He jumped the gun.
Yeah.
He jumped the fucking gun.
Yeah. By a lot, it turns out.
Yeah. He thinks his story is a magnificent story.
Yes.
Because he found Jesus.
Yeah, it's a great story.
So if you really look at everything that happened at the end, there's a man filled with light.
Yeah. Big deal.
Right?
Big deal.
And someone was saved.
This guy's found Christ. That's what matters.
That's all that fucking matters.
Doesn't matter anything. I mean, he was excited.
Yep.
He was excited to spread the message.
When did we start punishing enthusiasm?
When they were going to murder the president. But aside from that...
Could you imagine if a guy in a rainbow wig... If a guy in a rainbow wig shot the president?
Rainbow Man? If Rainbow Man shot the president...
Oh, that'd be amazing. It'd be horrible, but it'd be
like,
amazing.
How would you... The New York Post would just be like, the headline puns. Pot of gold.
Wait, that's a leprechaun.
That's the thing of the rainbow.
No, that's true.
Yeah, okay. For a second, I thought I was out of my mind.
Fair enough. President's under the rainbow now.
Rainbow Man murdered the president.
Oh, it could have been.
I'm glad it wasn't.
I mean, it could have been because once he just saw security, he was like, "Oh, they actually protect this guy."
Oh, it's not just him. I thought he'd just be eating waffles alone in the corner. He's got a bunch of guys around him, huh?
that's how this works.
Okay.
Good God.
I gotta crack a book next time.
I can't believe you've never heard of Rainbow Man.
I've never heard of I'm so glad I have.
I mean, living the life of watching it all transpire, and just like that was when I was starting out as a comedian, just remembering like, oh my God, Rainbow Man did what?
Again, a movie.
I can't believe it's never been turned into a movie.
It should be like at least a TV movie.
Well, someone did a documentary, but that's it. Which you
there should
can't
be.
even find anywhere. I tried to find it, and I couldn't find it.
It's probably good.
How could it not be good?
It couldn't be bad. You'd have to be interested. Even watching like the Daredevil shit from last week, like, you know, there's a lot of like parts that aren't that exciting, but it's just in general, you're just like, what the fuck? What a weird time.
Yeah. I'll show you a picture.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Show him to me. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, whoa! Oh, shit!
So he's still got the big facial hair.
Wow.
What are those mutton chops? Like, what the fuck are those? It's not even mutton chops. They're like out of control mutton chops.
Wow. He is out of his tits.
Yeah, he's out of his fucking mind. He's out of his fucking mind. This guy's behind him. That trucker hat's on.
Yeah, this guy's behind him. Like, Jesus Christ. Wow. I'm glad I got to see him. That's really...
Yeah, I'll put that up online.
That's really weird.
One man's journey.
Another man's dollop.
You know what? Christ saves. I mean, that's what we learned here today.
Well, it's like, Christ saves, ... not maids.
Not what?
Maids.
You know what?
I'm a stickler on the maid thing, sure.
It's okay to kill maids.
Yep.
For
God.
Well, for Christ.
Yep.
Christ did not like maids.
Yeah, and he thinks the Knicks is like the Greek Colosseum.
Oh, he's not down with the Knicks at all.
He gets it.
Yeah.
He has the right perspective. I'm going to write him a letter.
Oh, we should write Rainbow Man a letter.
Let's write him a letter.
I wonder if it would get to him.
I bet it would.
Dear, may I call you Rainbow?
Dear Rainbow Man. Signed, Antichrist.
Oh, fuck. All right. Rainbow Man signing off.
Rainbow Man.